today I'm going to make a sheet pan fajita wrap, beef fajita wrap, all on a sheet pan, really easy. So this is a method that I just started. I've made 2 other recipes in the past, and I've already filmed one. I didn't film the first one because I didn't know how it would work out. Well, we liked it, so I did one last week. This is the one this week, and this is just going to be, I'm just using ground beef. I don't have any steak meat to do fajitas with. So I've browned off a big thing of ground beef, and I kept some of it and just made taco meat out of it. And let me show you what else I'm putting in. Okay, so here is my taco meat. Just some taco seasoning is all that's in there. Well, I did put a little bit of, like this. Salt, pepper, and garlic. But I'm going to add in probably half of this bag of peppers and onions just to get them thawed because they're still frozen. And I'll just mix that in, and we're going to dump it in here. I've got to get my tortillas, but I'm going to line this with tortillas with the overlapping the edges and everything, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But first thing I'm going to do is spray with this, and then I'm going to get my tortillas laid out. I'm going to put my toppings on, top it with the cheese, and then fold everything over and put this on top to weight it down. And I'll spray it again with that. So let me get the tortillas out, and I'll add those peppers and onions into my ground beef. Alright, the ground beef and onion and pepper mixture is done. The onion and peppers are all thawed and heated up, which is what I want. And I have put down 7 tortillas on top of this sheet pan. I think this is something like a 9x12. It fits in my Instant Omni air fryer. So perfect for me. And so I'm just going to dump this down in here. And I'm going to need both hands. And just let me lay the camera down. Alright, I had dumped it all in, and this is going to be nice and full, lots of filling, and that's just fine, it's what I want. So, got that. I'm spreading it all the way to the corners. I want it to be an equal amount all the way around. Don't want any part higher than another part. Okay, I think that's good. Make sure here. Okay. Now I'm just going to put some of my shredded cheese on top. I think I've got close to a cup in my hand. I just want to get it covered, and that's not enough. Maybe, what is that, half a cup? Not enough. Just, whatever you feel like is what I'm doing. That's what I feel like doing. Enough cheese. Okay, I think that's good. Now I'm going to put my 8th tortilla in the middle. I'm using these carb balanced tortillas. And I'm just going to fold all of these edges over like this. And spray the top of this. Whoops. Okay, let's see, that's a little hole. I'm going to scoop this down a little bit. Okay. Well, looks like we're going to have a little hole either side. I don't know, let's see here. Okay, we'll have a little hole over here and a little hole over here, but that's just fine. All my tortillas are folded over. I'm going to spray the top. Whoops. With my avocado spray, and so that it doesn't stick to that sheet pan that I'm going to stick on top. Plus it'll help it brown up and get a crust. So this goes on top. I'm going to press it down, and that's good. Let me get that off of there. Piece of cheese that I don't want on top of that. Okay, now I'm going to put this in my Instant Omni on bake. I don't want to do it on air fry, but I could do it in the oven, but I don't want to because it's like 90 degrees here, And let me see what I'm setting it on here. Bake. Okay, so I'm doing 375. Let me show you. This thing, we have used a mess out of this, but we love it. 375 for 20 minutes. And I'm going to put it in here on my shelf and let it go. Whoops. Not broil. Go back to bake. And start. Okay, it is out, and I didn't spray it enough. Did stick to my pan. I think next time I'm just going to spray the bottom of my pan good, and I can see where it's sprayed. But I'm going to take my pizza cutter and cut this way, and then cut a couple of slices this way, and wherever the edges where the pizza cutter doesn't get, I'll use my little butter knife. So let me get this cut up, and I'll show you what I got. Alright, I did not do a very even job of cutting it. These are longer than these, so I kind of went at an angle, but oh well. Okay, here is a plate. I got a plate fixed up. This is a small plate. Let me show you the difference here. This is my big plate, and this is my small plate. The small plate is way smaller. So I use these. I hardly ever use these, but it's a set. But anyways, look. All that filling. It's all cheesy, and looks good, so time to eat. Alright, well there is my sheet pan beef fajitas, and they were very good, and like the ones I made last week, the ones that was they were pizza inside, if I'd let it cool, at first, you want to eat because you're hungry, but it's hot, so I had to use a fork. But if I just let it sit there for about 5 minutes, it's cool enough to pick up and still hot in the middle. So I'll just have to, we'll just have to be patient in the future. And then it's like a taco that's not as messy. I mean, yeah, some, like especially with the cut sides, some things still can fall out, but not as messy as a taco. And it sure was easy to, I didn't build each individual tortilla and wrap it up and roll it and put it in a pan. I just dumped everything. I, laid out the tortillas and dumped everything in, and it probably took me, as long as your stuff is prepared, like that ground beef that I made into taco meat, as long as things like that are prepared, it takes like 5 minutes to throw the whole thing together. So, not sure what I'm going to do next week, but next week I will do my very best to find a dang tripod so I can put my camera on it, and then I can use both of my hands to cook. But that's it for today's video. It was, let's see, we're calling this one a beef fajita wrap. So, that's it, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.